Hi, in this video I'm going to explain the functions that are available to in-country administrators in BrookCheck. Please note that these will only appear in the desktop version of BrookCheck, and also that they will not be available for people who only have assessor level access. So in the video I'm going to show you how to change the list of operational units and also communities, and I'm also going to show you how to link two assessments together and some other functions. So let's start by logging in and going to the home page. So I'm now going to talk through the functions that are unique for in-country administrators. So firstly, it's now possible to add or delete operational units. You can do this by clicking Add and then typing in the name and then clicking Save. So let's click Add. Let's add a new unit, and now let's click Save. That's done. So although you can see that this is now in the list, there are two more things you need to do before this new operational unit will be usable. Firstly, you need to add at least one community name for this operational unit. You can do this by going to the Community tab and clicking on it, selecting the new unit, and here we have a name, and let's add another one. So if we go back to the home page, let's find the new operational unit. Here it is, and we can now see that these two communities are associated with it. The next thing you need to do is to add the new operational unit to a context. So to do this, you go to this button, Add, Edit or View Context. To see the contexts that have already been set up in the system, you choose the List Context tab and you click on it, and then you choose an outcome. So this is set up for East Africa, so let's just choose this outcome here. Now you can see that this context is already set up. To edit it, so we can add the new operational unit, we press this button here, and you can see there is a list of operational areas for this context, and you can see down here that we have the new operational unit, and we'll save that. Now that we've done that, if we go back to the home page, we can go to the new operational unit and we can start an assessment. And let's see, so you can see that the operational unit has been added to this context, and it's now possible to start an assessment. So if we start an assessment, this will be listed for this particular operational unit, and you can also see the new communities that we've added here. Okay. So it's also possible to delete this new operational unit, and we can do this by using these dustbin icons. So these only appear in the in-country administrator view of this screen. So if we go down, we can delete, and there it's gone. So we can see that the one that I added has now disappeared. As an in-country administrator, it's also possible to add, edit or delete outcomes and contexts, and you do that using these two buttons here. But a word of warning, the outcomes and the context have already been set up in the system to mirror your country's log frame and multi-year plan. So for the moment, there's no need to change these. So I'll show you this functionality, but I would strongly advise you against making any changes here. If you do make changes to the context or outcomes, you may not be able to compare data uploaded after the changes were made compared to data you have uploaded before. So please don't do this without discussing this first with Moto Michikata in the UK. I'm going to show you the report function, and actually this is exactly the same as it is in the version for assessors. So if you want to download data from the system to Excel, you can do this by going to data extraction, filling in the details that you want, and then exporting. So this works exactly in the same way as it does for an assessor. And here is the Excel. Lastly, I want to explain the link assessments function. So if you go to this tab here, you'll find that there is a screen which now allows you to link two assessments. And this means that when someone is using the mobile version of BrookCheck, they can move straight from one survey to another without entering all the details again. So for example, you could link SEBWAT and OBM so that as soon as the SEBWAT survey is finished, BrookCheck will open up the OBM assessment. And you do it like this. So you choose your context. If you wanted to choose SEBWAT, we can now link it to OBM. And this is linked to the context. So the urban areas OBM will open up. And now you just press the save the link. Now something to point out is that this will only appear in the mobile version. So you set up the link here in the desktop version, but the feature itself will only appear when you're using a tablet with the mobile version. So that's all you need to know. And that's the end of this video on amending questionnaires. If you have any questions about this, please ask Moto Michikata about this. Moto will be happy to answer your questions. Okay, thanks for watching. That's the end of the video.